So we all know at least someone or another who just loves using dark mode on browsers and apps. In fact, they've been adding the option more and more these days. Some claim it's even better for your eyesight, attention span, and productivity. Besides looking cool, is there any truth to these supposed benefits? It originally started out as the default theme formed on CRTs back in 1945 before light mode was brought in. Back then, it wouldn't have been known as dark mode because it was actually the only possible display setting. Decades later, a dark on light color scheme was introduced in WYSIWYG word processors to simulate ink on paper. Since then, light mode became the norm. However, dark mode has been making a resurgence on various displays, becoming an optional setting for many operating systems. Part of the reason for dark mode's current popularity are claims that it helps you to stay focused on your work, reduce eye strain, and even improve visibility for some users. Psychologically, a lot of people tend to find that it's easier to pick up information when looking for visuals or colored elements against a dark background. Here are some of the known benefits that dark mode brings. Exposure to blue light during the daytime actually helps to maintain a healthy circadian rhythm, but continued exposure over time during the night could damage your retinal cells. Since the screen is less glaring in dark mode, especially in a dark room, blue light exposure is reduced, so it can be more soothing on the eyes and even improve sleep quality. It's also a battery lifesaver on an OLED or AMOLED display because it uses less energy to light up the screen. However, the effect of dark mode on a person is also dependent on an individual's preferences or pre-existing health conditions. Human pupils are sensitive to the amount of light. In a bright environment, the pupils will contract and have an increased depth of field. Basically, this means that your vision will be clearer and your eyes don't have to work as hard to focus on visual details. Using a dark screen requires our pupils to dilate more to allow enough light to come in. This may lessen the sharpness of your vision, meaning that some people may not see details clearly in dark mode. This is made worse for people with conditions like myopia or astigmatism. Both of these conditions can cause halation, where lines look foggy or blurry. Reading lines of white text can appear to bleed into the black background, so some may not be able to read as efficiently in dark mode and vice versa. And when they are struggling to see, productivity is in turn affected. So, is dark mode better for your eyes? Well, not necessarily. It's helpful in some situations, but it may not guarantee for better health for your eyes. If you're more visually focused, like for example with developers, traders, or editors, you may find dark mode more visually appealing. In essence, dark mode is recommended when you're in low light or when you don't plan to read for long periods of time. Your surrounding light actually plays an important role in your overall viewing performance. Age is a factor too. In older folks, their pupils may have decreased in size, so their vision may then be impaired. If you have a strong preference now, don't get too attached to it, you might just change your mind later on.